Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to day 2 of my 31 Days of Horror. Yes, we're going to be doing a review a day for 31 days. So I'm bringing you a film from 2017. It was released by Echo Bridge, and this is one of the ones I actually found for $1 at Dollar Tree, and we're talking about the movie Everfall. Now, Everfall, yep. If you saw my update, you know this movie was not that good for me. And again, I'm going to be doing films for my 31 days, either some good ones and some bad ones. You got to mix it up. So, of course, we're already did a good one, so now we're doing a bad one. This is put out by Echo Bridge, and it does have a Blu-ray, and it does have a DVD release. I found this at the dollar store for $1, so I figured, what the hell, I'll pick it up for $1 and see how it is. Yeah, so pretty much you have your main character who goes by Eve. Eve is a figure skater. She's with partners, and she's actually going through some sort of depression, just because we all know in the movie that her boyfriend, Dan, who is a thrill seeker. He has his own YouTube channel where he does base jumping, cliff jumping, and everything. Well, before that, the two worked together. They were doing videos together, and in an accident from hopping from one rooftop to another, Eve took a fall, and she got herself pretty scarred up, and she's not been well. She's been kind of depressed, sad. She does love her boyfriend, but unfortunately, he does not really. He's just there. He's not really. He'll tell her to love her, but he doesn't really care as much. He doesn't have really that compassion. Well, her last skating duo, she fucks up pretty much. And since he didn't show up, she's all pissed off. And her coach decides to, we're going to end this. She's like, nope, I can do it. Put me in a singles match. Says, okay, I'm going to send you to a town called Everfall. Everfall has a singles competition I want you to take part of. So she agrees, but she decides to go with her boyfriend, Dan, and his cameraman, which is his best friend. So the three track to this small town. And then, of course, they get to this facility called the arena. And that looked pretty neat. The building itself looked pretty cool. And all of a sudden, weird things start happening. They get inside. The promoter is very distant. The other person there, both of them just seemed very weird. Like they were off. And, of course, this little girl's walking around going, have you seen my sister? Which... it's a whole thing in itself. So pretty much we find out that this facility is a haunted ice skating ring. And Eve is the next target for this facility for her to pretty much go into a downhill spiral. Pretty much she goes to dressing room 5 to get changed, and also out of nowhere she comes running out supposedly hearing a gunshot. Someone shot themselves, and all hell starts breaking loose, and then the facility starts changing. It's all dark and dreary and torn apart. Come to find out, they did a little history of this facility where back in I think it was the 1900s, 1960s, I don't remember exactly the year, but another group, a woman, did shoot herself in this facility, but also the place caught on fire. So the whole place caught on fire, and they had to rebuild. Well, in the meantime, the mom is looking for her daughter. And also, there happens to be a wildfire that's happening to be spreading all around. And of course, the next target is, that's right, Everfall. So we're starting to repeat history with this movie. Now, that's pretty much the synopsis of this movie. Now, there's a lot of issues I have with it. It decides to go into 3 different directions. First off, it goes into the direction with the boyfriend and girlfriend, the whole, trying to help each other, trying to get out, but a lot of things are holding them back. Like even the friend goes missing, and they don't really seem to care about him. Like he's gone, and they're like, well, we need to get out. We'll find him later, such and such. Then also they talk about supposedly a witch who happens to be possessing this facility, and she must have a child every year. Now, they don't really get into that. They did that a little bit, and that's the end of it. I wish they did more with that part than everything else. They did the suicide thing, was the spirit. We all know that the little girl is a ghost. You can easily tell on that one for sure. and they kind of just veer away from everything else. They give us all this different shit data or whatever you want to call it for this movie, and it just goes completely different. They ignore a lot of the stuff. They did have one scene with a witch burning one of the friends, and they don't do anything else with that. And he comes back, supposedly as a spirit, you could tell, and he's different, but they all seem to be like not phased. The ending is very lame and it's very predictable. You could tell, like, when the mother gets her ex-husband to go down to, rescue them from Everfall being encased in fire. Okay, there's a huge line going towards the town. You would think it's the opposite, where these cars should be turned around, not going towards the wildfire, but they do. Yeah, it's not very gory, very predictable in some things, very boring at some a lot. I was kind of like bored out of my mind. And the acting is kind of bland. Eve right here, she's a very bland character for your main character. And the whole thing with the coach, too, made no sense. Why do you send her there? Is he part of it? We don't know. There was some like shape-shifting deep witch thing, but again, they don't really dive into her much at all. It's just brought up, here it is a little bit, and that's it. And like there's a cult in there, and like, where is this all coming from? It's like a big smorgasbord of nothing mixed together into this movie. So again, this one was a 3 out of 10 maybe for me. Was not a fan of it. Unfortunately, this will be going into the pile of not keeping. So yeah, if you want to check out Everfall, knock yourself out, but I don't recommend it. That's the back. I don't think there's any special features to it. Just your plain DVD. Again, there's a Blu-ray combo pack of it if you want, but I would not recommend this movie. So again, I'm gonna be doing some good ones. I'm gonna do some bad ones. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Again, if you want to check this out, I'm not gonna force you. That's all pretty much up to you. But for me, this is a no bueno. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed day 2 of my 31 Days of Horror. Stay tuned for more. Later, guys. Peace.